Okay. So, were you drafted into the war or did you volunteer?
I enlisted.
Okay. So, Army Air Corps, since you were...
Army Air Corps. Yes, sir.
So, how did you feel about that? Was it exciting?
It was exciting. It's funny, in those days, most of us wanted to go. And so we wanted to enlist so we would have some choice as to what we wanted to do, what we wanted to be in. If you were drafted, you didn't have much choice.
What were your responsibilities as a pilot? Like, what did you do? Not necessarily.
Our main mission was to give support to the ground troops. We were what was called a tactical Air Force. We supported the ground troops. If they needed help, we were there to help them out.
How did you adjust to the life in the military? Like, I'm sure it was like kind of a big transition from civilian life.
I didn't seem to have any problem. I didn't think I did.
What do you think was the most challenging part of being in the military or the war in general? Being overseas and all.
That's a hard question. I suppose just being away from the family, being away from your friends at first.
So were there any, besides the most difficult part, like being away, were there any like challenges or like changes when you returned home? Like,
No, no, the transition was very easy.
that's good. I'm glad to hear that. What did you do in your spare time? I mean, you weren't always, flying missions, over Germany. What did you do in between?
We tried to do some sightseeing.
Kind of make the best of it,
Yes, travel around the country, see different things. I've always been interested in history, so it was trying to find historical spots to visit.
You and me both.
Yeah, that was nice.
Is there anything in particular you remember that was like interesting that you saw over there?
Well, we saw some of the old World War I battlefields that in England we saw quite a bit of the like places where Alfred the Great down in southern England, we saw where he was buried, and Westminster in London. We got to see quite a bit of London, Westminster Abbey, and all those things.
So you said you saw quite a bit of London. Before America got involved, they were having a lot of bombardment from the Germans.
Yes.
You didn't get over until June of 1944, right?
Right.
Was that before June 6th with the big Normandy invasion, or
Well,
after?
our group was over there, and we covered the invasion. And later on, we were based. Our group was based on the bluffs overlooking Omaha Beach in Normandy. We were the first group to be based on the continent. It was on Strip A1, they called it, because that was the first airstrip they had finished that we could operate off of. So that was exciting. And you could still see a lot of the wreckage from the invasion down on the beaches below. So that was interesting.
Well, is there any exciting missions that you remember? Anything that kind of sticks out?
Not any one particular mission. A lot of them were exciting. And you were just happy to